DreamingASMR. Wow.
Welcome. My name is Max, and I'm here in my glitter cave today, wearing my best anchor outfit, because I've got a little bit of a problem. You see, I'm not sure how, but all of my portable devices and all of my games got mixed up together, so I think it would be a really good idea to organize them, and I thought maybe you could help me out. So, why don't we start? First thing I like to do, whenever I've got a big mess to deal with, spread everything out, get a good look at everything. So this is my PSP, not the PS Vita. I'm a little bit old school, but also I really like the sounds that this thing makes. It has a lot of really pleasing, quiet little sounds. Looking forward to showing you those. And then the 3DS, which is not the big, new, fancy one. I like the small one just fine. I think it's a really great little system with a bunch of games. So, everything spread out. And then let's go ahead and turn everything the right way. Sometimes it's really relaxing to just take a break and get everything back in order. Alright. I think I've got most of them. Excellent. So I'm going to start with these 3DS and DS cartridges. I feel like they have a really pleasing sound whenever you tap them together. They create a very pleasing little click. Always makes me think about what game I'm about to settle in with. Let's start getting all of these, but I don't want to have to hold all these in my hand, so I'll get out this little platter that I have with me. Every glitter cave needs a solid gold platter, so if you're thinking about how to furnish your glitter cave, I would recommend Target. They have plenty of things. But here, listen. Okay, so let's just go ahead, place all of those on the plate. Now, you may be asking yourself, Max, are you wearing enough anchors? I'm concerned that you're not wearing enough anchors. Well, don't worry, because my pants also have anchors on them. I think it's very important to stay grounded. And another thing you might be concerned about is who made it so messy in here. Well, I'm here to tell you right now that I don't know who did it, but when I do find them, I will bring them to justice, because nobody should be messing around with other people's game collections. It's just not cool, bro. This plate is getting pretty full. But I wonder, what does it sound like? Just move some of these over so that we have space to work. So I was looking at the back of these little cartridges, and they have these little ridges that you can use to create some really interesting sounds. Pretty cool. So now I'm gonna move all of my PSP games a little bit over, so that way I can sort these out first. I think we'll start with the DS games. Another great thing about these little cartridges is that you can form them into these nice little squares. Now let's go ahead and lay them all out. All nice and symmetrically. As you can see, I like a lot of Final Fantasy games. I also really like Okami Den. Okay, so now that we've got those laid out, let's go ahead and get some more DS games. Keep on piling them up. The DS has so many fun little games. Reminds me of road trips or being on a flight. Never had a bad time because I've always had these little fun worlds to play in. Looking really good. I wanted to talk about some of these games, but I wasn't sure exactly which ones to talk about. I know that most of these are pretty straightforward, like Tetris or Final Fantasy, but other games like 999 is really fun, like almost playable graphic novel that you have to solve mysteries in this weird Titanic-like ship that's going to sink. Almost there. think that looks right. Okay, let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit more space. I think there's a few more hiding down here. Let's see what it sounds like now. I found nearly all of them. There we go. I think that's everything. You know, whenever I see this game, I feel a little tinge of regret because I always play all of the Animal Crossings, but then stop playing a few weeks later, and then feel really bad that I neglected my town, and I never go back. So I haven't played that in 3 years, but I'm too guilty about my town to sell it. It's a conundrum. Okay. Now we're going to start laying out all of the 3DS games, so that way we know what we're working with. Some people say it might be OCD to have to make sure your games are all symmetrical before you load them up, but I think those people don't understand how wonderfully pleasing it is to have everything laid out perfectly. Some people, you know what I mean? Look, another sad town that I never went back to. I think that a new Animal Crossing just came out for the Wii, and I'm certain that I'll buy that at some point, play it for a couple of weeks, and then feel bad and never go back. I do love Persona Q. It's a great game. Looks like we're almost there. Ooh. Let's take these and gently place these over here. Looks like we've got one game left over. Nearly perfect. I think it looks pretty good, right? Let's go ahead and stack our PSP games, or as many as we can. This is going to be a little bit more precarious. Nearly threw everything off right there. Perfect. That is quite a little stack. Okay, that's looking pretty good, but we should probably get these boxed up before one of them gets lost, or before whoever messed up all my game shows up again. So I'm gonna take my Nintendo case, which used to hold a cartridge, and now it holds all of these games together. So let's just go ahead and read them in one by one. They fit perfectly. I think Symmetry is very underrated. It's very calming to create straight lines. There's some joke there about straight lines and being straight, but nothing comes to mind at the minute, so insert your own joke there. I promise I'm very witty. But I think today I'm slacking off a little bit because I've got rhinestone anchors on my shoulder, which basically means I don't give a fuck. Wow, right? That looks pretty good. Let me see if I can hold it up like this. Now let's make a little bit of avalanche happen, because I feel like it'll sound really good. Still pretty much in the same spot that they were. Let's go ahead and put the rest in. Now we can start adding our DS games. I should take it out for a minute because Flower, Sun, and Rain is a ridiculous game. It's made by Suda51, who made Killer 7 and a bunch of other really crazy games. And it was one of his early ones. Revolves around a Groundhog Day kind of plot. But it's truly surreal. I think surreal things are the most fun. Almost there. Wow. And we've got my sad little Animal Crossing world being the only one left out. But I'm going to put it in, don't worry. That's looking pretty good. But I bet it sounds even better. creates this very interesting sound. Right. Really like the way that these feel and sound. We've got some UMD movies here, which is funny because it reminds me of the days back before you could have an entire movie on your phone, and so you would need to get like a DVD before the PSP. Keep on laying these out. Oh, I found our empty case. So this is what the CD looks like whenever it's outside of the case, and they just pop right back in, or at least in theory they do. Well, there we go. What's funny is that it may look broken, but you can still play the game even if you don't have the little clear plastic that covers the outside. It's just as good. Looks like we're running out of space, so I'm going to go ahead and move these off to the side for just a second. And move these over. Now, if I remember correctly, we only have one empty case, so I'm going to have to stack this one on top of another. But don't worry, these games are going to be fine. Or they might not, but it's a PSP. It's a little bit old. Why don't we hear how it sounds? Now, this is what it sounds like when two CDs are on top of each other. It almost feels wrong. Probably doing a little bit of damage, but that's okay, because we're just organizing. We're not taking care of things right now. I won't tell if you won't. Okay. Snatch, the movie. Gotta have that on UMD so that you can watch it anytime, provided your PSP is charged and you have that actual disc with you. It's great for on the go. P3P, Persona 3 Portable. P3P for the PSP. That's pretty funny. But I loved this game because you could play as the girl character, which meant that you could try to romance the men in the game, which was a very big selling point. I'm definitely on Team Junpei. Shout out to the 10 people who understood that reference. Looks like we're almost there. I have so so many Kingdom Hearts games. Well, it's funny, with 3DS games, and the DS games, we had one extra that didn't fit into our pattern. And with the PSP games, it looks like we're missing one. So, do with that information what you will. But, it's looking pretty good. So, I'm going to take away our little plate. But, before I take it completely away, maybe we should have a little fun. Okay, so I think we're done with that for now. Let's go ahead and get out our PSP case. Put these away for now. And then one by one, pick these up and place them in our secure receptacles. I really like the sound that older technology makes with all those sleek redesigned everything. It's kind of easy to forget that before we got the awesome iPhones that we have now, we had all these weird little intermediary steps, like fake cartridges with little CDs in them that mysteriously still worked whenever they were broken. I think this one's ready to go. Let's get this one sorted out. And we'll close that one quietly. That worked out pretty well. But before I put everything completely away, I thought that we should listen to a couple of the PSP sounds. And look, we have a little, the missing one was hiding in here. Let's turn it on. Yeah. It sounds very much like when I picture a little droid in the future, whirring and humming and moving around. Oh, it's not making the sound. Little clicks. Sounds like something's going wrong, but nothing's going wrong. It's totally working 100%. And then, because we're breaking rules today, let's go ahead and 3DS makes less of a hum since it's cartridge based, but it does have that nice little click. Right. It also makes a very interesting little click whenever it opens. That wasn't too loud. Well, we're looking pretty good. We've got everything as it should be, where it needs to be, and I think it's time to get these loaded up. So here in my glitter cave, I have a Polaroid box, which is where I keep all of my games. Which I'm only telling you this so that if you see somebody running around with it, you just tell them, no, don't do that. Don't run around with Max's games. You made a total mess last time, and it was very, very upsetting. So that's what you need to say to them. Go ahead and add our PSP games in first. Then we'll add our DS games. And I think everything is as it should be. Perfect. Now all of our games are perfectly safe in an unassuming little leather box for a Polaroid camera. Pretty great. I'm glad to say we figured that out together, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do if I didn't get all those organized. I think it's important to be obsessive and OCD about all of your stuff. So it's always a good idea to take everything out, rearrange it, and then orderly put it back up. So I hope this was really educational for you, or at the very least that you enjoyed my beautiful anchor outfit, because and outfits like these, they don't happen all the time. They just happen once in a blue moon. So I'm very happy that we had this time here today. So thanks a bunch, and I'll see you next time.